Hello everyone. In the last video we showed how Marvel Rivals performs on the Legion Go with Bazzite installed. Today I want to go over the same settings we used in that video but for Windows, which is also installed on the Legion Go as a dual boot option. Starting off, let me say that I had a lot of problems with the game on Windows. Shocking, I know. The problem was that the screen kept turning black when I was changing the resolution from 1200p to 800p, and from there every time I started the game it would end up on a black screen. I tried clearing the local configuration files, but that did not work. The solution that worked for me was to go in the Steam properties and verify the integrity of the files. So if you are having this issue, try my solution. Maybe you'll get lucky. I also encountered other problems like the game crashing when I changed the performance mode on the Legion Go, and also the lovely blue screen of friendship has made an appearance. Bliss. Just so you know, I almost gave up on this video. That is how annoying it has been. Lastly, I need to put a disclaimer here that in between tests from Bazzite to Windows, a game update has been released. From what I could see, there was a bit of improvement to the performance on Windows at least. I didn't test on Bazzite yet, but we'll see. Anyway, moving on, let's see the results of our tests. Just like on Bazzite, I configured the game with all low details and disabled frame generation. The starting resolution will be the Legion Go's native 2560 by 1600. We will start off with balanced TDP mode, which is 15 watts. Knowing that on Bazzite the performance wasn't great at these settings, I wasn't expecting to see anything better this time around. We are getting about 11 average FPS with drops to 9 and highs to 14. That is pretty close to the performance on Bazzite, not a bad start. Let's up the power to performance mode, that would mean 20 watts. We can see that there is an increase in frame rate to an average of 18 with lows of 16 and highs of 21. Still very close to Bazzite. I would still not deem this playable, not yet anyway. Going full power on the Legion Go, just like on Bazzite, we don't really see a performance improvement. The FPS remains the same. At this point, it seems that throwing more power at the game does not really do anything. By the way, sorry for the light reflection. I was so tired and I just wanted to finish filming that I did not even notice it was reflecting on the screen. Continuing our tests, we're modifying the resolution to 1200p. This is giving us more performance, seeing the FPS increase to an average of 35 with drops to 30 in big loads and up to 40 in some cases. In combat though, it is around 35, and realistically that is where we are more interested to get the good performance. In this instance we have a bit of an improvement compared to Bazzite, but like I said, I think this is because of the current game update. I tried to record this gameplay before the update and I was getting lower values than Bazzite, so please be aware that performance might have improved on Bazzite as well. Let's drop the resolution down to 800p, or 1280 by 800. In this case, there were the biggest differences from highs to lows that I have noticed yet. The average frame rate was around 57 to 58, but the lows sometimes dipped to 43 FPS, while the highs would sometimes go to 65-70. Definitely better performance, but the differences between lows and highs are much too big. Weird, but we are on Windows after all. Okay, now that we have a good baseline, let's add some frame generation into the mix. We will set anti-aliasing to AMD FSR and leave the super resolution to balanced. Set frame generation mode to AMD FSR 3. All other details are still on low and the Legion Go is still on highest power setting. Frame rate has increased drastically, basically being doubled. Average FPS right now is around 100 with lows of 95 and highs of around 120 FPS. Now we can actually consider the game highly playable. And with the 144 Hz refresh rate on the Legion Go's screen, we are more than happy with the performance. Compared to Bazite, the frame rate is a slight increase, but nothing to write home about. Of course, at the power level that we're currently running on, the battery of the Legion Go will not last for too long. So let's try and turn down the power. Maybe we can get a playable state and give ourselves a longer battery life. Let's drop the power to 20 watts. The frame rate in this case is at an average of around 77 with lows of 60. Even saw mid-50s drop at some point, but with highs into the 90s as well. Compared to Bazite, where the frame rate did not drop at all when we lowered the power to 20 watts, this is quite an unexpected drop. On Windows, when using frame generation, bigger TDP will result in a better gameplay experience. Noted. Alright, let's drop the power to 15 watts and see what results we get now. We are seeing an average of around 70 frames per second with lows of 60 and highs of even 100. In the respawn area, even 120 plus FPS, but that is not where the action is. Still, very good performance for this level of power. I can say that I didn't expect it, and I did not expect to see better numbers than on Bazite. As a conclusion, I still think Bazite is a better option to play on than Windows. It is just so much more stable and there are no glitches or stutters. I did not experience even one crash or weird reaction while changing resolution or TDP limits. I will still be playing this game on Bazite. Also, take into consideration that Bazite also seems to be more considerate with your battery, so that might be another plus. Anyway guys, this is it for this video. In the next one we will test the performance of Marvel Rivals on the Steam Deck. Until then, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the future.